Good evening, everyone. Mr. Novak here with a box on my head. I might scoot over to this side. And I wanted to introduce you to these lovely ladies that are here and tell you a little bit about what they do. They are the secret sauce behind Novak. And look, unfortunately, there's a lot of, it was hard to get some of these girls on television tonight on the show to have a chat because they're normally like ninjas on their keyboards in the back of the office. But I want to hand you over to everyone to tell you a little bit about what they do. And I wanted to give everyone a little bit of an insight at Novak. You know, we've got 40 or 50 staff, and acknowledge some of the most amazing people in the office and what they do. And we might start off with Jess. Jess is a new recruit, but was in debating at school, so you've got an unfair advantage over the two either side. But have a chat. Actually, you've got a mic up there in front of you. Do you want to have a little bit of a chat? So, Jess, tell us about what you've been doing behind the scenes. And I think a lot of people, they see the salespeople at the open houses, they see the rentals people at the open houses, they sort of have an appreciation for real estate, but they don't really know that back end and what's happening. What's some of the stuff you do in a typical week of real estate?
I've been doing a bit of everything. Today I was on reception, so a range of things, but usually I mix it up a little bit. Sometimes I'm up with the leasing team. I started off helping out at accounts. Today I spent most of the day talking to people and making coffees, everything. I run around. Making toasties. Yeah.
Social media, you've been TikToking?
I started TikToking today and making some videos for TikTok. So they'll be happening, going up in a couple of days once I'm happy with them. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I want to make sure they're up to Mark's standards.
It is. It's always forever changing. There's always different stuff to be doing. So Kimbo's. Now you know this lady sitting next to you.
Yeah, I do a little bit.
So Jess is Kim's daughter, and how's it been working together? Any pressure?
No, it's been really good.
I am the favourite.
No, there's no favourites. Well, she's already been teaching me a few new things.
I know.
Yeah, so we're not really working on top of each other, but no, it's been good actually.
So Kim, what do you do at Novak? And I've got to say, guys, this is an amazing lady. But tell us a little bit about what you do, because you get behind that keyboard at 8 o'clock and you smash it out often to well past 6 at night. What do you do at Novak? Tell everyone. And
Okay.
you know, we're so proud of this lady. We love you.
Oh, thanks, Mark.
Tell us.
Well, officially, I'm commercial sales and leasing support. So I'll do a lot of help with the appraisals. I look after our commercial team. So it's Michael Bergio, Mark, James, and from appraisals, we'll get all the listings ready, organise the photos, the copy, all the resources. Same with like leasing listings as well. Do all that.
What gives you the shits most about your job?
I don't really get shitty. Sometimes trying to get information.
Yeah, chasing agents around.
Yeah,
I'm busy.
Actually, I think one of our WhatsApp groups is chasing Burge, so we've actually got one.
Started one. So for people that don't know, you do a lot of work on WhatsApp.
Yes.
So as a team, we love corresponding with tenants, with landlords, with each other through the WhatsApp, which is if people don't know, it's a little bit like SMS.
Yeah.
But you've got to manage all that. There's a lot of threads. There's so many.
There's hundreds of them. Sometimes it's like, oh, what was that message in which group? So you have to try and get it quickly and write it down, put it in your book. But there's lots of the groups. We've got commercial groups, we've got commercial leasing groups, we've got a group for everything. There's a group for every day.
Then you get normal text as well.
Oh yeah, normal messages. Then you get an SMS. It's like, oh, where was that message from Mark?
And then you get emails and you get telegrams.
Yeah, our telegrams. Yeah, Nikki, you get the telegrams from Nikki. So Instagram.
But considering like you've been sort of thunder in the backgrounds, because the commercial team, the amount of volume these guys are doing, they're market leaders. So for anyone who doesn't know, anyone who is there's about 5 or 6 commercial agents on the northern beaches. A lot of them have been around for 20, 25, 30 years. We've come in a very short time, and you've underpinned that team incredibly well. So a big job that you do.
Yeah. Oh, it's always so fast. So you can't wait a week to do an appraisal on a property, otherwise it's gone. So everything's quick,
Agile.
quick.
Yeah, it's speed.
It's like, now I need this in 45 minutes, and I'm going to present it. Oh, okay. So that's doing the document, printing out, cutting, everything.
Now, if anyone's got any questions, throw them out. We're happy to answer them live as well, and we'll come back to you girls as well. Nikki, you weapon.
Yep.
Wow. So, guys, what Nikki does is this is going to be a new move. What Nikki does is Nikki actually is the photographer and the videographer for the agency. So what actually happens? So I'm just walking around everywhere. So what Nikki actually does is so you're formerly a videographer. You did a lot of pro video stuff. Film editor. Before you came to Novak?
Yeah.
In documentaries?
Yes, I wasn't really filming.
Yep.
And I had a photography background before that, yeah.
Nice.
So I came to Novak and started doing photography while I was trying the deep end. I came to do something else, I think, and then you thought, oh, she can hold a camera, so I started doing photography.
Yep.
And I did that for a few years, and then I went away and I actually upskilled and learnt to do filming and sound recording. And I came back to you and I said, did you want video content? And it was just at the time when...
How long ago was that?
About 2 years ago.
Right.
Yeah, so you'd started putting out a lot of videos yourself on Facebook.
Yep.
And a lot of chat around DY and people love those videos. And then you thought, well, let's do more content on our Facebook and Instagram pages. So that's where I came in.
So how long ago was that?
I think that was about 2 years ago. Yeah.
So
just over 2 years.
From a company perspective, and guys and girls who are watching, so our agency, we're probably putting out, I guess, when you look at the stuff that's repurposed as well as the original content, live content, we're probably putting out about maybe 200, 300 pieces of content, video content a week. You're also curating a lot of that. It's happened fast.
So we're doing iVideo sales guys. I can help them with short videos just to go up Friday for Saturday opens. I do photography for sales and rentals, podcast every morning for you guys after you do your live.
So when that video comes in, then you've got to take the audio, strip the audio out, upload it to a podcast, which goes to Apple's, which goes to Samsung's, which goes to everywhere, every day.
And that link every day, yeah. So I do other podcasts of other things that any of you agents do that you want up there. So we have a massive library now of content. We've got over nearly 320 podcasts.
Wow.
And it's across, every subject in real estate. It's amazing, yeah.
That's pretty amazing. Like, I think if you walked into a rentals open house or a sales open house, you probably wouldn't understand the depth of the iceberg and everything that's getting done. But you guys definitely are there, curating, working, pumping, consistently getting this stuff out. Like, who would have thought, and we're having a bit of a chat off air before, because who would have thought that there would have been that necessity 5 or 10 years ago? You asked, what was that question you asked about sort of growth?
From where you started to where we are now, it's just over 2 years really, this whole social media thing, and how that's what you've pulled back on in the company and what you've expanded in the company. It's interesting. So you've actually got 5 people now working on the media side. Yep. And
so we've now created for people who don't know, a media agency internally. So rather than relying on external people, employing designers and employing videographers and all that, we have all those people on staff internal. So there's 5 full-time people that are pumping that information out. Yeah. And you're asking about those staff.
So on sales or rental side, on the photography side, I'll go and photograph in the morning, Photoshop it, get the advert up, by the afternoon. Also, we push a tile out that goes out to social media across all our agents for that same property that day.
Yep.
And we can keep putting that out. So you're not only is it going across the portals that you may be paying, but it's going across effectively the free portals, which is Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Yep. To a whole lot of people didn't even know they might be looking. Goes to Marketplace Facebook.
That's a really good point. Yeah. So we're heavy promoters on Facebook Marketplace, Gumtree, and that's
so
a landlord wouldn't even know.
Yeah,
that's huge.
So it's an enormous net that is being cast in one day for a property.
Yep.
And we often, well, Lisa's certainly been selling properties, within a week or less that go out there. And certainly we rent often before a first open, we have people registered and they see it online and it's gone. So it's just amazing. Yeah.
The speed's definitely changed in the last couple of years, hasn't it?
I think we can do all of that in-house is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. And before, how long did it take before?
Well, if you still want to send stuff away, the only thing I send away if we use the virtual furniture for empty rooms.
Yep.
We sometimes
I've got someone coming in next week for that job.
And
just joking.
We can still turn that around. We can turn that around in 24 hours, which is pretty quick.
Yeah.
But everything else we can turn around really quickly in-house. And it's, a lot of people do send stuff overseas, but we can turn a lot of stuff around ourselves in-house, and that is quicker, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Jess, you've come in and you just think this is all normal.
Yeah. No, I actually heard Zach was telling me the other day about how many properties are sold through social media here, and it's so insane, crazy. Yeah.
It's a big number. It's a big number. And look, even if you look at, I think Lisa, who does the most amount of social media, she's the number 2 operator out of 550 agents on the northern beaches. And the amount of work that's done off the back of social is just incredible that way, isn't it? So we've talked about Nikki getting out there, digital videography work that you're doing. Jess, you've come in. So Jess, you've really been thrown through all aspects of the business, which
yeah, I've been lucky. I've got to do a bit of everything.
Yeah, so I think some people would have a heart attack with that, but you seem to be sort of pretty happy with it.
Yeah, it's good. I've gone from helping with accounts to processing applications, doing open homes, helping with commercial. We just implemented a new software in commercial, which I got taught how to do, and I've been teaching Mum. And yeah, it's been really good. I've been training people now, and I've only been here a little while, so it's fun.
Did
It's
you
good.
train Mark on something the other day?
On Inspect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. So you're 20. You've come. You've formally educated year 12 and just finished your degree.
I'm still in it.
Still doing your
I
degree.
do full-time uni, full-time work.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go, guys. So a little bit about the innards of Novak. Now, Kimbos, let's go back to a little bit about what you do with commercial.
Yeah.
What are the funny things that you see our business do? What are the things that you think that this guy's nuts? Like, I know you probably saw me on the steam cleaner this morning and the carpet cleaner.
One.
That's pretty normal for you now.
Oh yeah.
So, or we do have a washer and dryer machine in our offices,
washing.
so we do our own washing.
Yeah.
What are the other things that you see in the business that you think far out? That's people. If people outside knew about that, they'd be pissing
I was going to
themselves.
say one of the videos. I like your crazy weatherman video, but
Which one?
when you're riding the bike, that's
Oh yeah, that was the
Oh, you told me how to use the meat slicer the other day.
yeah.
using a meat slicer at Novak is part of our jobs.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's part of your job description.
Yeah.
that's part of the job
Making
description.
coffee.
What are other things?
Oh,
Things that people would not know about Novak from the outside.
Oh, the Christmas decorations. That's
a cracker. So tell us about that.
Oh, putting the sleigh up outside on our
Awning.
on the awning.
So our awnings are 5 meters high, which is officially 2-story, and a Santa sleigh as big as a car,
yeah, would be.
and reindeers as big as a motorbike,
Yeah.
probably as heavy as one
Yeah,
as
that's the
well.
one.
Have to make their way on top of the glass awning and have to be chained to the awning so they don't come down in the wind. It's part of what we do at Novak as well. Other crazy things?
There's been a few agents in their suits climbing ladders on, changing signs on rooftops.
We've been on awnings.
Yeah. What else is it?
Putting up marquees in the pouring rain in full suits and stilettos.
Yeah.
40-degree days at auctions. Now,
Oh, yeah.
some of the roles, tell us about some of the roles. So there's 40, 50 people at Novak. Tell us about some of the roles that people wouldn't expect. So you expect that there'd be a sales rep, you'd expect that there'd be someone at a leasing open house, but what are the other roles in the business that you guys can sort of, just to give people a bit of understanding about the makeup of an office?
With the media agency, we've got all the people behind the scenes that do all that brochures like these.
Rip one of the brochures out.
Pardon?
Rip one of those out. Show us those. So explain
So
that.
these get created. They have to get printed. They have to get cut.
Every
And
week.
Then, every week, and then they're put up on the board that we have here. There's probably
A lot.
100,
150.
100, yeah.
Yep, 200.
and ones that are sold.
So every week, if there's a price change, if there's a new property, if there's a sold property, 200 different properties need that brochure.
Yes.
And that's all done internally by
Yeah.
people like yourself.
And then plus.
Why do we do those brochures?
Sorry.
Why do we do those brochures in 2020?
Why do we do these?
Yeah, we do it.
People still like
it,
Yeah,
eh?
they do.
Can you believe it? Anyone who's watching, can you believe that people still love a brochure? We try not to print them, but it's so conventional.
Yeah, no, people still coming. They want floor plans. They want things that they can write on. And,
Yep.
Yeah. So.
So
and
every
the-
week we have to pump that out. So which is if there's a photo change, then that needs to get
Yeah, that has to
redesigned,
be
that needs to get done, text change, price change, any change, and then they all get redone, reshuffled and out to all the reps as well.
And then all the reps or their sales boxes, they have to be updated. So with all the new
For open
brochures,
houses,
yes,
yep,
yeah.
that gets done by the
And
crew.
the same thing, they still like the
Yep.
brochures.
Massive.
Touch and feel and
Massive.
take away.
Other roles, they were good
We
ones.
have our in-house sign guy. He
Yeah.
puts signs up, turns
yeah.
signs, takes them down in his suit.
Yeah.
And, rental side, that can be, I don't know, between 10 and 20 properties a week.
Yep.
New signs up, signs turned, and then more signs taken down.
And they're not
that's-
in the one area either. They're
And
all,
it's
all
all over
across
Sydney.
All over Sydney.
Yeah.
So we've got a sign guy internally we've got
Yeah.
signs made. We go and just put them out there, install them, stakes, maintain them, put a lease on them. That's huge. Now he's also doing directionals
On the
Yeah.
weekends, yeah.
on the weekends. So
For
can
sales,
you want
big
to
job.
explain that?
The directionals,
Yeah.
the metal, we have metal signs. They're actually quite heavy.
The arrows,
I
yep.
had a few bruises when I
Yeah.
used to move them.
They can
But,
kill you, those things.
Yeah, so that's a big job. And because you'd have it, sometimes up to three at a, probably even more. Like
So directionals, people driving
past,
past,
they'll see
they'll see a sign with an arrow saying open
pointing.
house.
Yep.
3 of those per properties. Typically on a weekend, we can be doing 50 rental opens, probably 30 sales opens, 80 times
That's a lot.
3, 240 of these signs. Rosh, it's a good one,
It's a
Nikki.
big job. And
Rosh is out there at
it's a big
6:30 in the
job.
morning, putting those out on every street corner, and then he's back out there at 3:30 every in the afternoon, pulling them all back in himself. That's
Plus
500
his other work too.
plus his other work. So that's 500 movements of signs he's controlling
Yeah,
one
that's
guy
a
on a
lot.
Saturday
Mm.
behind the scenes at Novak.
We've got a permanently employed pretty much plumber Deegan and a permanently employed handyman Chris.
Yep.
Other people too, you probably know, right? Who we pretty much full-time servicing all our rental properties.
So our landlords and our buyers and sellers and our tenants are really supporting a big ecosystem, aren't they? Like a lot of full-time jobs in the
Yeah.
beaches, and a lot of people like that, like the plumbers, the electricians, all the tradies. So tell us about Deegan.
He's great. He fixed the ice machine the other day. We had a good chat about it. After having it leak, he came in.
What do you
and
need an
said,
ice machine for at a real estate agency?
Oh, we have everything.
For the iced coffee.
The iced coffees. He came in he came in, saved the day. Everyone got their iced coffee for the 40-degree day. Perfect timing.
You're busy.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So that's Deegan.
That's Deegan.
He's been doing our landlord's plumbing and clients' plumbing for almost 18 years now, Mr. Reliable.
Mm.
Good prices as well.
Yeah.
And who else we got? We got Chris.
We've got Chris, and he's got a gorgeous lady who does the painting with him. She's the most glamorous painter I've ever seen. She has long nails like you.
Yeah.
She's always made up beautifully, and she's got this gorgeous dog with her. And every time I go and photograph places, she's often there just finishing off the painting. painting, and she's fabulous. So she's another lady that helps us.
We have Fabiano.
Oh, we've got two.
Fabio, yeah.
Fabio does our
cleaning.
wraps.
Oh,
window wraps.
Fabiano cleaning.
And Fabio does our wraps.
Both.
Yeah, window wraps. So
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
wraps is
The
in
South
the-
American
For
contingency.
the windows.
yeah,
window
for
wraps.
windows signage.
So all that wrapping of all the buildings out there with Michael Bergio's face on all the windows, commercial on all the windows. There's one guy that does all
Yeah,
those.
he does
That's
that.
Fabiano.
Yeah, he's busy. Michael's face is everywhere, so he's very busy.
How good's that? So just see if we've got any questions from anyone out there about behind the scenes at Novak. Doesn't look like it. Anything else we want to talk about before we wrap it up?
I guess we were just discussing what do you consider the impact has been on the business of social media, because you made a big investment in it. And
Yeah, look, that's been interesting because all the guys and girls doing all the work in the background, we've taken on more jobs locally, which is interesting, internally, which is interesting, and we're not relying as much on that newspaper media and stuff like that. But we certainly haven't pocketed the difference because it's gone digital. We've reinvested it back into our business, but it's exploded as a result. So it's interesting with all the efficiencies that we get. You sort of think, this is going to be a game changer. We're going to save so much money and get so much more efficient. But then you almost find something else more to do to replace it. So you sort of stay neutral. So in a way, yeah, I think cost-wise we've probably stayed neutral, but invested internally, but not spending externally as much was really interesting.
but it's certainly had a big impact, certainly on sales, hasn't it?
Massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think for landlords to be able to get their toe in the water into the market, genuinely get a lot of good solid buys through and genuinely spend nothing, people haven't been able to do that probably ever.
Because our hit is around 3 million a month, which is impressions.
Yeah,
across-
it's getting up towards 5 now.
Wow.
When you start aggregating all the content with all the reps. So there's over 5 million impressions out there a month that we're doing just as an agency here. It's a lot of content. And a lot of people are hungry for the content because people are hungry for property, property reality shows or things like that. Yeah, it's interesting.
We have some good content. I know I've missed a few days, and I told you I had to do a binge watch of the Novak channel to catch up.
Catch up on what's been happening.
Not even the content. I think it's really cool that it's across how everyone interacts with us as well. Like at the open homes, we have everything's on QR codes. How we contact owners can sometimes be through video. It makes it quick across all channels, not just selling. Really cool.
And that's behind the scenes at Novak. What do we miss? We miss thousands of things. What else happens behind the scenes? We've got Christmas decks. We're washing all of our. We've got a washer dryer. We've got it's pretty phenomenal the stuff that gets churned out of here. Hey,
It's
Mopping and
busy.
stilettos.
Yeah.
a lot of mopping.
Yeah, we're good at cleaning in heels.
Yeah.
But a big thanks to you guys, because you guys are smashing it behind the scenes and need a big pat on the back for it. Tonight's definitely a lot of that, and also to give people an appreciation in the back end of a real estate. There's so much churn. There's so much work that gets done. It's not just really what you see at the open house, and also the diversity is nuts. It's nuts. Even if people saw the studio that's sitting here tonight, it's pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
It's all there. It's all
About
there.
5 lights on us.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's it. So, ladies, thank you very much for what you do. Everyone out there, I hope you enjoyed the show. That's a little bit different to what we normally do. We're normally very, very centric about education and advice, but this is just a little bit about the innards of the agency and the amazing people behind it. But thanks, ladies, doing what you do, and have a great night, everyone. I think that's about it. I'll just turn it off. Or Jess, you got to control there. But have a great one, guys. Take care. See ya. Bye bye.